Well, there we go, folks. The economy is officially shrinking, and this title makes me laugh a little bit. I can't lie. Real GDP unexpectedly declined in the first quarter of 2025. To me, this is not unexpected. I fully expected this to happen. I think a lot of people out there fully expected the economy is not doing well and is going to shrink. For instance, GDP is measured on an annualized basis. So in like 2024 and 2023, GDP, the gross domestic product of America, basically America is growing at like 2 to 2.5%, right? This quarter so far, when you annualize it across all of 2025, the economy is shrinking at 0.3%. It's almost half a percent. Compared to 2% growth, we're shrinking at almost half of a percent, 0.3%. So this is it's a big difference, and it is raising some concerns. Now, to me, this isn't as unexpected as, I don't know, maybe people think it's unexpected, but we've had a lot of uncertainty. The market got very heated in January for the inauguration and change of presidency, but since then, there's been a lot of uncertainty as to what's going on. Why is there a trade war? Why are we doing so much tariffs? Why, what is really the situation? And is Powell going to cut? Or what is the Trump administration trying to do? Are they trying to make, every president kind of has a bad year. Is Donald Trump trying to make this first year his bad economic year so then he can ride the next 3 years into a positive economic scenario? Is the Trump administration trying to crash the market in order to refinance the debt at a little bit lower rate before kind of putting in some stimulus and easing back up a bit? I think everyone is just a little bit lost and a little bit cautious, but this decline in the first quarter of 2025 does keep those recession fears alive. For example, the economy typically needs to grow quarter over quarter, right, in order to kind of reach that 2% goal for the whole year. Right now, this first quarter, we shrunk. So if next quarter we shrink again, it could lead into more fears of recession. I think recessions are typically 2 quarters of negative GDP growth or lack of growth. And so that could feed into the fears a little bit, but we'll have to see kind of how it coincides with what the Federal Reserve is going to do on monetary policy basically in America. There's a lot of uncertainty here. I thought this article was interesting because, we're in a decline. It's important to note the American economy is in a decline. Historically, America will come out of it though, but there's going to have to be some move. Either this article talks about tariffs might get resolved. We could enter a state of stimulus with lower interest rates or quantitative easing. We could, exit, try and reduce the effects that the trade war is having, or just some more insight by the Trump administration would be a little bit helpful to the market so that people are not so in a place of uncertainty. If the Trump administration came out and said, we're doing X, Y, Z for these reasons, this is what's going to happen, and then we're going to do this, that would ease a lot of uncertainty. Right now, the market's in a lot of uncertainty. The market does not like that, and America is shrinking in Q1 of 2025.